Hey everybody, what is up? It is your girl Barbie Noir here with another live, and today, y'all, we have a special guest who's gonna be coming on with us. Twan, yes, that's right. Twan is in the building. I wish I
What's
had a
up? What's
little
up? What's up?
the yay. I'll do it myself. Oh my god. Okay, so apologies guys because we were supposed to go live earlier, but things do happen. We are here today to give y'all all of the tea. Okay. I hope you guys have been having a great week. I hope you guys have, been good. There this time of year, there is a lot of mental kind of I don't know if I should say crises, but kind of like around the holidays. Surprisingly, but I guess not really surprisingly, a lot of people get, depressed, and like there's a lot of, you know, things that go along with that. So I just hope that you guys are taking care of your mental health in this time. It's not that serious, y'all. I know that y'all want to shower people with gifts and be showered with gifts for Christmas. However, if you don't have the means, stay within your means, guys. People, if they really love you and care about you, they will be okay if they don't get, that gift. Don't go crazy trying to get these kids all these toys and stuff that they're not even gonna play with, probably. Or if it's something that will really benefit them, just take your time getting it maybe a little bit late. I love late Christmas gifts because it's like, oh shit, I'm still getting stuff. So I don't know about y'all, but I love getting late Christmas gifts. So I just wanted to throw that out there before we get into the topics, because like people can get really depressed from the holidays around this time, especially if things haven't been going good for you, especially financially. So y'all just take care of y'all mental, and just take care of that, okay? um yeah, just remember that, guys. And we're going to get right into these topics. Don't forget to follow us on our Instagram at underscore imbo one underscore. Okay, you see it, you love it. So first of all, I want to get into the situation with TJ Holmes and Amy Robach, however you say that. They thought things were sweet. These are the anchors who was on Good Morning America, who was having an affair. He was having an affair with Natasha for 3 years. Then she left, and so then he started having an affair with Amy, who was cool with his wife, and she was cool with Natasha too. This girl, y'all. But yeah, they have been suspended. They came into work and it was like, we're here to make more, jokes about the week and the weekend. And then they was like, no, the fuck you're not. So, they basically suspended them. They are not fired. I saw a lot of people saying that they were fired. As of yet, from what we know, they're not fired. They're just probably gonna wait until everybody forget about it, to be honest. But who knows? I'm surprised that they didn't like fire them right away, maybe for some like ethical clause that they may have. Um, yeah, I'm sorry, Twan is in the building.
I think it's kind of interesting to see how people can like choose certain type of things to be ethical. Of course, well, cheating isn't ethical. We know that, but I think they're more so trying to do it because they're married. But for all we know, they don't give a fuck about marriage.
I mean, clearly, TJ don't. I don't know if you got to see our last live where we talked about the message he gave his wife after the 10 decades. He clearly don't give a fuck about marriage.
I ain't gonna say that. I didn't necessarily get that from it. I feel like first of all, it was just a weak ass cop out. Like it's like a weird apology, but it's not really an apology. It's like
he was playing her. That's what I got from it.
I didn't get that from it. I got it from I do get like I'm playing type thing, but not like it's more so of how did I say it? Like like trying to get sympathy and give you kudos for like, but if you can, I would like for you to keep trying. Like that's what I got from it.
That's what you got. I got you can give me about 10 more days and then send me the divorce papers. But everybody get that, but that's what it is when you're reading something that people write. You don't always exactly know how they're saying the message, so you could take it either which way. But I just thought it was interesting that they got suspended.
I don't like some of the like I watched the Impressive channel. She talked about it, and she was saying like how okay, I get the split. How old are their kids if they have any? Like, are they grown
I
or?
haven't heard any kids mentioned.
Because
Well, I think Amy has kids. I'm not sure though.
well, looking at this picture of Miss Amy, I don't know how old she is. I'm pretty sure she's not in her 30s or she's probably in her late 40s, maybe mid 40s. I'll give you 50
Yeah.
at tops, chick. But I'm guessing your kids are probably like, if you got kids that's young and they've broken up the family dynamic in that way to where they were going to need their father around, drop a tear. It feels, that's terrible. But if they
Right?
grown and shit like that, I
Oh my
wouldn't.
god, y'all. Y'all can't even see the damn screen. Hey Alex, hey Big Barbie. Oh my god, you was always showing up for us. Hey girl. Alex, did you want to jump on, boo? Let me share the screen, y'all, because I just realized I'm circling the screen and shit. Y'all can't even see it. Excuse me. Here we go.
Yeah, but I think Impressive was saying something to the nature of like, was it worth it? Like, no, you just, it was lust and this. You don't know that. Like, I'm not condoning what they're doing. They might actually really fucking fuck with each other. Like, not saying that
But
it's gonna
my
work because he's an habitual cheater, and I feel like she's dumb for not taking that into account. But I ain't gonna say like,
my thing
um,
is they could really like each other, but at the same time I feel like it is a lust thing because you was just cheating with another girl for 3 years before she left. So my thing is like you're just gonna keep cheating, like you said, he sounds like a serial cheater. Like that's just his thing. As
do
far
you,
as she goes, I think that for her and for the other woman, because Natasha had divorced her husband, she left her husband, but he didn't leave his wife. So I feel like he might got these girls twisted. What did he say? The cool pointer out the window, and you got me all twisted up in the game. That's how he got these girls.
do you believe in serial lovers? Like somebody who think they fall in love, like
No,
often, like I
because I
do.
think if he thought he fell in love, he would have left his wife.
No, I think you can be in love with more than one person at the same time. Not only that, I think you can have more love for somebody. Like, let's say I'm not condoning any of the shit that he's doing. What I'm saying is, like, most people like, oh, if you really loved her, then you would have left your wife. Well, no, because I actually do love my wife too. Like, but I love this person too. Not saying that it's right, but I do believe that people can love more than one person at the same time. We live in a generation where people practice, this isn't that because this isn't some agreement he had with his wife. But
Right.
at the same time, I do believe you can love more than one person at the same time. And I think it's cowardly of you. To not be able to, I don't understand why couples can't really be real with each other, and like even though it hurts to have to tell your significant other like, hey, like I'm not all the way fulfilled or all the way satisfied with what we have.
Mm.
Um,
Let's make
I
an arrangement, like you
can
said. Like a lot of people,
you don't know what your spouse might be down for.
that's what we
Like,
said last time. We said low key, all these people who coming out exposing people for cheating, they spouse already knew it. Y'all blowing up their spot. Like they already knew, but they
mm-hmm,
didn't want the world to know, type of
mm-hmm.
thing. I think that happens a lot, but for me, I feel like when you're in that situation, if you're like, let's say he's so infatuated with or in love with Amy, for instance, right? He can't give that same attention to his wife. I feel like,
Oh, that's what she gonna find her side nigga too.
oh,
Shit,
I mean,
like
shit, that's what I would
like
do.
that's like 'cause
But
I'm not trying to be funny. Like, okay, babe, we gonna do this. Okay, when you doing what you're doing, just know I'm doing me too. Like I'm not gonna stay at home and be waiting sipping wine by myself while you all having a blast. No, I'm about to go party it up too. And if that's not something that she want to do, then y'all can leave. But I just don't like the dishonesty part. Like I think it's very cowardly.
yeah.
Cowardly, and I don't know.
And it just makes her look, he made her look so dumb. Like for me, my biggest thing, not saying like I wouldn't be upset that you cheated, but damn, now I look dumb. Now the whole world know. And he just said, like, that's why I didn't like what he said in that text, because you just basically told the whole world that not only have you done this,
I mean, we already knew that.
but you've been like being terrible to me our whole fucking marriage, pretty much.
Yeah, but I feel like if he might have embarrassed her, but you just made yourself look more like a fuck boy too. I mean,
But at
like,
the same time, like I feel like people don't, or at least men don't realize that devalues a woman in a lot of people's eyes. It's like, damn, why? And I'm not saying like it literally does, but to other people, I've been hearing a lot of people, they'll say things like, oh, well, she must not have been doing what, she should have been doing to keep her
Nah,
man satisfied,
I
or
ain't never thought no shit like
this and
that.
that. But I'm just saying, I hear a lot of people who do think
And I'm not
like
trying to be
that.
funny. If I'm getting cheated on, and the first thing you thinking of is, oh, I ain't doing my part. You sound like one of those people who will be bending forward, backwards. You the one
Upside
inside of these
down.
poly relationships doing everything to keep your man. Don't talk about what I'm doing over in my household. I was doing everything right. Well, maybe not everything, but there is no excuse.
Never.
I don't know. I ain't gonna say that.
I don't think there's necessarily an excuse. I do feel like there's sometimes are reasons, if that makes any sense. Like I did this because of that, but it's not right still. Like you was cheating on me, so I was cheating on you. But we, like you said, we should have just had a conversation, and whether we wanted to stick together or not, then I think that would have been more right than, oh, let's just both cheat on each other, because then that's dangerous. You could be bringing back a
I
disease.
mean,
You
because
could be
another
bringing
thing
back.
too, I get to like if you at a point to where, if let's say you got a man like, oh, I love my wife, I don't want to leave her, but I am going to do this because I'm not satisfied in my marriage, and he tells her that, and she says, no, I don't want to tolerate that, but she don't leave, and he continues doing what he's doing, then it's like, okay, well,
I mean, at that point, I mean, he already didn't had a discussion with you, and at that point, you have to decide: is this what you want to do or not? Sometimes people like I'm not blaming like his wife, for instance. I'm not like we've all, or a lot of people I know have gone through similar situations where you stay with somebody in spite of what they're doing. However, when somebody is telling you something and showing you something, you choose to stay with them. At some point, you are turning a blind eye, and it's not then
mhm.
all their fault. That's my opinion. Again, not saying he gets any type of slack because you dirty, but I just feel like it's wrong to be reckless and like have these videos out of you touching her butt and stuff. Like, damn,
I mean,
keep
shit.
it G.
I mean, I hope he ain't hired a paparazzi to catch his ass up. I mean, it is
But
wrong that
but y'all shouldn't be doing stuff like that where anybody could just take a picture. Y'all know that y'all are in the limelight. That's reckless to
I
me.
ain't gonna lie. I think maybe they underestimated their C-list star power. Man, they was thinking
Because
to
they
themselves,
all
nobody
they
knows who we are. Like, 'cause
right.
I didn't know who the fuck they was until all of this started coming out. If I seen them touching on nobody in the street, I wouldn't thought nothing of it because I don't know who the fuck you is.
But we don't watch Good Morning America. You got to think about how many millions of people actually do watch that, though.
Nobody in my generation like that.
But you still got a bunch,
Old
other
heads,
people.
the
Yeah,
people that's their age. That's the people who care about the shit.
right. They're like, oh my god,
Is his wife black?
she looked like she mixed,
No, okay.
but he called her black. Like he was like, oh, with your black woman power,
Okay, she
you.
black.
Yeah, I was like, Nick.
The worst part of all of this is, I might get stoned for this. The worst part of this is that you cheated on her with a white woman. I'm sorry. Just no. I hate that
I
shit. I
mean,
don't like it.
I feel like
It shouldn't be cheating on with nobody, but
I definitely get where you're coming from, because sometimes it's like, dang, like this person looked nothing like me. Then like, because I was just talking about that, for instance, like with Power, right? We was watching the Tariq series, Power Book 2. I was rewatching it because I'm like, dang, when is the third season coming out? They still haven't said it. But anyway, in the main Power season, the first, series of it, how they perpetuated Tasha to be this black dark skinned woman, and then how they made Angela seem like she was just so much better for him, and she really wanted him to be a better person, and she was a Latina woman. And I was just like, I don't like the stereotypical perpetuation of like how black women always get left for non-black women. It's just really crazy.
you wouldn't happen to know what his wife do for a living, do you?
I don't.
Is she in the limelight in any degree? Do you know?
I don't. We didn't get a chance to look into like what she does, but she's a very beautiful.
Well, if she's
woman.
not, a lot of times, especially like with these people that are like in the cameras and
limelight.
stuff like that, I think guys like him, unfortunately, white or black, I think sometimes you get in these places and he might look at her as more of an asset than his current spouse, like kind of like weighing your options and who can benefit me more, who like, oh, I look at us like we're an anchorman on TT, whatever the hell they consider themselves to be. I don't know, talk show host, I don't know, but like just that
I think
whole, oh,
anchorman.
she's I got this woman, she's a business savvy, she's confident, she's this
Right.
and that or whatever like that. I like the way that looks on me, for me. This is something that I always wanted. I think a lot of times too, people get married to people that they think are who would do them good and have shown them good.
Mm-hmm.
They want good for themselves, but I really settled for this person because I really didn't. I love them. I've grown to love them, but I really would prefer this. But I love you and I love what you do for me. But I'm trying to find a good way to explain. You
You're
know what I'm
saying
saying?
like they feel that way about the person they're cheating with?
No, the person that they're originally with, like him with his wife, he knows that she's a great woman. Or whatever case may be, that she's done him right and yada yada yada. I feel like he might have married somebody who is good for him,
Mm-hmm.
like with holding down a household, being a mother and stuff like that. But really, he wants
Something else.
this more prominent
Spontaneous.
person,
Yeah.
a more prominent figure.
I don't know necessarily that it's more prominent. I feel like people get with people and they love these things about them. And then after time, they kind of suck some of the life out of the relationship by taking them for granted, doing them wrong. And once they realize you're just going to sit there and take all the BS, they kind of like don't really respect you the same. And they just take you for granted because it's like, well, you're mine, you're not going nowhere. Like, you know what I'm
No,
saying?
you know what I think it is too. I think people be bored with you.
Yeah, that too.
With you, like I love you, but like I'm like.
But again, that's your fault. You could do things to spice things up. People don't be trying to do nothing.
At the same time, I'm not making excuses for this man either. Some people are comfortable in the role that they play and don't really and get too uncomfortable when it's time to do things that they really don't like doing. And then let's say they do step out the box and do something that you like doing, and you can see that they just don't want to, and it's a turn off. Like, and it's like, damn,
is like a really hard thing. Like, because like you know how we love movies, right? So like with my partner, whenever it's their turn to pick a movie, I'm like,
right,
I don't really just want to watch the movie I want to watch. Or like when it comes to dinner, it's like they're showing you a new food, like a new dish that you never ate. I'm like, oh, I want some, something else.
I can only imagine like if grandpa tries to show grandma something she don't want to watch it.
Bro, one time grandpa, he was cooking right. I was over the house. This is when we lived with them. And he was making some chicken, y'all. And it smells so good. I'm like, oh my God, this is so fire. This finna be. I was just lurking around so I could like get a piece of chicken, right? So when it's done, I was like, oh wow. He's like, yeah, try something different. I'm like, oh my God, it smells so good. He's like, you want to try a piece? I'm like, yes. So then he gave me a piece of chicken, right? It looked all seasoned and shit. And why did it taste like absolutely nothing? I bit that chicken. I was like, what is this?
But I don't know. I think all people's taste buds is different. They sprinkle a thing of salt on there. It's just,
He was describing to me all the flavors he tasted, and I was just like, I waited up for this shit. I could have been in the bed. So
tasted like regular ass broth, maybe.
Yes. But back to what you were saying, it is hard to step out of your comfort zone and try different things, but that's just something couples need to work on. You could go to like couples therapy. Like there's just a lot of other things people could try before they decide to step out on each other.
We don't know if they've done that though. They could have.
Yeah, that's true. At some point, either you just got to make an arrangement.
But we've been talking about him. What about her though? She just as trifling. If you ask me, she married too.
Oh yeah, she was friends with both of the women.
That's an ass whooping. Hey, wife, next time you see this chick, you got the world's permission to run up. Say she hit you first.
What she say? I can't be in her face. I took your nigga down before. I just can't. I'm sorry. I will never do it.
Oh, you getting? It's one thing if we didn't know each other, or maybe you didn't know. Don't let me see you in these streets. Don't let me see you in these streets.
I feel like people just disconnect. But what's weird though is she knew the wife. And the wife was confiding. Oh my God, y'all. I will beat this woman ass right now because the wife was confiding into this lady about their marriage, and she's going back and
She was
just
giving her the wrong advice. So maybe you should just give him the silent treatment.
look. She was probably no, she probably was giving her good advice. Then be the snakes you got to look out for. Just sitting up there smiling. Oh yeah, maybe try this twirl thing with your tongue. He might like that. I don't know
Are
how.
your teeth real? Can you take them out?
Right. Look, this other thing. The other day that I tried. I mean, I saw this thing.
You know what? He did tell me, we're coworkers, but we talk all the time. He did tell me that he likes this.
He likes that ball and chain thing.
You should get a tongue pierced. I have mine pierced.
Right.
He said he likes that.
Like, that's the kind of bitch this lady is. Like, she is real wild for like.
I give her about 5 years. She gonna age the way they all do. And he gonna look back at his wife. She gonna look the same, and he gonna be like, "Damn."
I don't even want to talk to you right now, but I feel like a lot of people have definitely been putting more of the heat on him because I didn't even know her last name at first.
And another thing I don't like about that too, I don't know if this has something to play to it, but this is like a historical thing. She's a white woman. We're going to put this on not only the man, but I feel like had he been a white man, it might even be going just a little bit different.
Yeah.
But he's a black man cheating on his wife with a white woman. Oh, it's got to be his fault.
Mm-hmm.
It's most of it is getting talked about with him. No, Raisin Bran. I see you too.
Raisin Bran. I can't stand you. I feel like, yeah, they're wild. I don't know. I don't have much else to say about it. She is a trifling ass bitch. And like
what's her
said,
name? Amy?
Amy Robot.
No name Amy. No.
Right. My thing is just you knew the wife. And that's just really messed up. I could see if like you knew he would. I couldn't see y'all. Don't get me wrong. But I could just maybe cut you a slice of cheese if you knew of the wife but didn't know the wife. But you knew the wife. You talked to the wife. So that's just real on another level. But yeah, speaking of, talk shows, Caresha, honey, please. When it's
Caresha,
going
please.
On, she said, I might have to cancel Caresha, please, because N-word scared of the smoke. Laughing emoji. Melting emoji, confused face.
I think she's trolling. I don't think she's canceling anything because if you just got like a couple people that I think she's probably specifically she's talking about someone in specific who don't want to. I'm not going to cancel my show because this motherfucker don't want to answer certain questions.
Right. I feel like I'll get you on and ask you the questions, and if you don't want to answer it, yeah. I mean, I feel like my thing is it would be very sad. I was telling Sabrina this earlier if she cancels her show because it just started. And, I'm not against anybody necessarily. I'm not hoping for anybody's downfall, even though certain people are ops to me. For certain reasons, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about, okay? But I feel like this should be a lesson learned if it's for other reasons, because some people are speculating, not me, but other people are speculating that it's because it's not getting enough traction or she's running out of people to interview.
I don't think so.
I'm not saying that that's true, but it's just, when it comes to things like that, that's why you should have more respect for people who've been in the game and been running the game for a long time because they know about longevity. And it's really easy to say that people are irrelevant or old until your light is fading out. Not saying her necessarily, but I'm just saying in general, when your light is fading out much quicker, than it should be.
I don't think that the show is losing attraction because it's not getting enough attention. If you look at her views for the show, like on YouTube for each guest they have there, I think pretty much every video that she has on there with a guest has over 1 million views. Like I think that one with her and Megan got like 4 million views. The one with her Sweetie got like 1 million views. Like all of them get millions of views or whatever the case may be. So I don't think that's the case. I think Caresha needs to broaden her spectrum. I feel like the people that she's interviewing, if you want to keep it within like the music industry, within the hip hop industry, that's fine. But at the same time, like you're really
limiting yourself.
You're limiting yourself with. I feel like you're just interviewing your friends, like like these couple like hot girls or whatever the case may be. Like when there's so many other people you could be talking to, but I don't think that she doesn't do her part as a talk show host and research who you want on there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you felt like you can interview Megan, you can interview Sweetie, you can interview Scratch Off, you can interview you know, these people because you already know them, you already fuck with them.
Right.
But now you done ran through your little circle or whatever the case may be. Okay,
Now you gotta start
now you have to actually do
authentically getting
research. So like,
people.
who do I want? Do I talk to fucking what's his name? I don't know. Let's just throw a name out there. Gideon. Okay, I don't. She might listen to a couple songs, but let me look into his history,
What he
his
got going
media
on.
headlines and stuff like that. And let
Yeah.
me talk to him. But I feel like she's not doing that. So Caresha, if you hear me right now, I
While you
actually really
listen.
fuck with you in Miami. Do your research, broaden your spectrum, and the show will keep going. Because I like watching her. To be honest, I find her very entertaining, and she bad. So you know.
Well, I watched the one with her and JT and Saucy
I
Santana.
love
That
that
was the
one.
only one I watched. I didn't watch a couple other than because I didn't care for the people that. That's another thing. Like the company you keep. Like I feel like with a lot of things that recently happened, a lot of people wasn't really messing with some of the people she interviewed. Possibly that's just my opinion. Some people have a strong fan base. I'm not gonna watch a particular person if you disrespecting my fame. That's just me because specifically. But anyway, when it comes to views, I don't necessarily pay attention to that too much. Not saying her views are not authentic because I believe that she gets a lot of authentic views, but I just don't trust the viewership of a lot of these people stuff because with all this stuff coming out with Atlantic and stuff about them hiring bot
Mm.
farms and stuff, I don't really try to look at stuff like that. I
Uh,
feel like the reason why this may limit her as well is because of the questions that she asks.
that too.
I think it's a good idea to want to be able to be raw on a show and like be different. I get that you want to have something different so people will want to watch what you're doing, but people are not gonna. Let's say you'll never get a Drake on your show asking him no messy ass questions. Like how you saying you want to broaden your spectrum. You'll never get certain people to come on because it's the things that you're talking about. While it is fun and like you said, a lot of these newer artists, like they don't care about putting their business out there because that's how they trend, that's how they stay relevant. But for people who, no offense, actually lives off of their talent and their brand, they're not just gonna come over here and answer any kind of questions.
Yeah, but I think that's going to be up to her to like get a couple different type of people on there and ask them different questions so that for future references or anybody else who watched it was like, okay, well, I seen when she was. If I'm talking to Megan, if I'm talking to Saweetie or whatever the case may be, I know I can talk like this with them.
Mm-hmm.
So have somebody else on your show who you aren't so acquainted with, and then treat them
Like you would treat,
professionally, like
right?
but still be yourself, be entertaining, but know what you can and cannot say to this person because everybody not your peers.
Right. And like you said, the people you can talk to like that, when they come on, talk to them like that. That's cool. And they're willing to share, certain information with you. And the people who you can't talk like that to, you could still make it fun. I feel like we need more black prominent talk shows like what's that Saturday, not Saturday Night Live, what's that other one, like the
Yes, and I know that is something like
Cohen show
I don't
shit,
know
whatever these names are. You know what? Y'all know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. It's about 3, 4, 5 different white talk shows with do the same shit, and they all big as hell.
James Corden.
It's nice to have some diversity, not just black, but just some diversity. You know what I'm saying? Some minorities.
And my only another thing, she may or may not care. I mean, she's a fucking city girl. We know what Caresha and them is about. Like, at least I would think if y'all steady talking about that, that's probably is your life to a certain degree. I just don't. I wish they would handle themselves with a little bit more couth, a little bit more class, or whatever the case may be. Because although I do want more black entertainment out there, I don't want us to be boxed in to only be catering to a certain type of niche. We're always only talking about sex. We're always only talking about the dirty, nitty gritty parts of our lives and stuff like that because it paints us out to be a people of just like we're just this one type of thing and we can only relate to just
we can only relate to certain things. I feel like on one end, like I definitely get you. Like I want us, like even in Hollywood, not just in the music industry, not just in the entertainment industry as far as talk shows and stuff, but even like in movies and things like that, I want us to be able to broaden ourselves and not limit ourselves, like how a bunch of, no offense, BT movies and, things like that limit us and stereotype us. But at the same time, I do love when I'm watching something that feels so authentic and close to home. I'm not saying I want her to change and be somebody she's not, because I like the feel of like the blackness. I like the authenticity of like how we are as a people. Like, 'cause you know how some people want us to just talk a certain way and not have that swagger when we
Yeah, I
do
want to keep all of
things.
that,
Yeah.
but we could talk about more than just how many
Sex
people we
and
slept with,
yeah.
and
I mean, I definitely
you
feel you
know,
on that. I feel like, yeah, she gonna have to switch it up. If she wants this to last, it could be a really good thing, but you're gonna have to switch it up,
look at
baby.
KeKe Palmer. Good example.
Look at
She's hosted
KeKe.
shit. I think she might have hosted the Ellen show for a little bit when Ellen was trying to get out of her damn own camera for a while and have other people host the shit. Like she thought she was slick with that
Right.
shit,
She was like, let's
whatever
just
like that.
go
But I
away
think
real
KeKe
quick.
Palmer is a good example of that because she's still very much hood KeKe from Illinois, you know what I'm saying? Like, and she can get up there and ask you some real questions about your career, about your story and stuff like that, and still manage to get the swag in there and the black culture tongue in there to, you know what I'm saying? Like she'll still have her little raunchy moments and stuff like that. It'll be very much real, but at the same time, she's still very professional. That's where you're lacking that, Caresha. You're not professional, sweetheart.
Just a little bit. And before we talk about KeKe, I wanted to ask your opinion, because I don't think I ever got to ask you, how do you feel about the City Girls? Because I feel like another thing is a lot of people have been kind of turned off by Young Miami because it seems like she's kind of like not being there for JT and maybe like switching up on her. This is not my opinion. Okay, this is just what I've been seeing the people say. What do you think about that?
I follow both of them on Twitter, and as far as I'm concerned, they seem like that they know their friendship and shit better than any of us can speculate about. Like, JT's birthday, I think, was like yesterday or something like that. Caresha bought her this big ass diamond necklace. They always on social media, like, supporting each other or whatever. And we don't know like what kind of conversations they might have had with each other behind the scenes. They might have had those weird one-on-ones where it's like, hey, like, why you didn't say this and that? And Caresha could be like, well, girl, like, they could have had those conversations. I'm not
Behind the scenes, do you feel like they put their brand before other people feeling like they need to know that they cool and they stick up for each other?
What you mean?
Like, to protect my brand, I'm not about to sit here and get into some beef between
absolutely
y'all, but we're gonna handle it behind the scenes type of thing.
I think so. And like I think that the episode they did with Caresha Santana and JT, that I learned a lot about them and their friendship and who they were individually from that. And I think that, like I said, they know what they're doing. These women have been friends damn near their whole life. You know what I'm saying? So I think they know they each other's flaws better than any of us do. So like the way that Caresha moves and that we speculate about, JT already know that. So like, 'cause she's already said that on the show about how Caresha moves or whatever the case. But she's like, I know how Caresha is. You know what I'm saying? But that's my bitch at the end of the day. I know she'll never.
And she chose to like accept that, and she knows like at the end she'll have her back.
Yeah.
I feel like when it comes to that, it's kind of like how, remember that day I called you because I was gonna do a video, y'all, about Drake and Nicki Minaj friendship. I might still do it, but at the moment I was a little too invested. And so I feel like it's kind of like that, where it's like outside people see a situation and they're like, why do you still rock with this person? But you know more about your relationship because it's behind the scenes. Because I kind of felt like, what is Caresha doing? Like, that's just my opinion. But then it's like, well, we don't really know because only people know at the end of the day how much they really rock with somebody. So I just wanted to get your take. That was a good take. But y'all, KeKe Palmer is pregnant.
When I seen that, I was shook. I wasn't surprised, but I was just like, like Kiki she the same age as I am. So like I mean we didn't watch all of our regular neighbors our age and people who went to school get pregnant like since that we was in school. So like no shocker there when no motherfuckers get pregnant. But when Kiki was pregnant, it was like oh shit, like I feel like I'm pregnant too.
You was so
No,
irritated.
I'm happy. I'm so happy for her, and people be trying to clown Kiki for her choice of men, like
Mhm.
whatever. Kiki has dated black men, she's dated mixed men, white men, whatever. She's dated whatever. You cannot. If she found somebody who made her happy that just so happened to not be
Who's she
black,
with now?
some I think he's like mixed or something like that. I don't know. You can look him up. I don't
Oh,
know
but
his
it is
name.
so funny how they don't have the same energy when all these black men is getting with none of these black women. Okay, we don't care. We don't want you either. How about that? Okay,
I
I
don't even
feel
see the
like
men. Women are just so much more interesting to me. So when a nigga get a bit pregnant, I don't even be seeing his ass. I don't be knowing nothing
right.
about
It's
it.
just like calm down, because first of all, we slaying on you anyway. But second of all, it's just, and I'm not saying every, because I love black men. Okay, I love everybody. But what I'm saying is, don't put your insecurities out on this
Hmm.
woman because you're so insecure and you're not even dating within your own race. Goodbye. But it looks like she waited a good minute because her belly kind of big.
Yeah.
So she's like,
She looked like 6, 7 months pregnant.
right, she damn near done. So it's gonna be boom, I'm pregnant, boom, I got a baby. Her boobs are good
Right.
too. She got that milk coming in, so you know she
And I
been
just think
running it.
she looks so beautiful to be pregnant. Like I don't
She
know something
does.
about her stomach and stuff. That I love dark skinned women. So like just seeing Kiki like right now in this very vulnerable, raw, life creating form, it looks really good on her. I say.
Yes,
And she's gonna
y'all.
be a bomb ass mom. She's
Yeah,
gonna be a funny,
fun.
and just a mom that I know that kid can look up to and have a great example on what it looks like to be a good, thriving human being. Like
Cause
Kiki
you really don't
Palmer,
see her in no mess.
no, you don't. Like, and Kiki Palmer is to me is one of those people that it took me. I ain't gonna say it took me a long time because I feel like she's become more prominent, like even more over maybe the past 4 years or so. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like Kiki Palmer has just really taken off. Um, I feel like she don't get enough props, and this is a little bit off topic, but like even when a few months ago people tried to compare her to Zendaya, and it was like I love the both of them. Don't get me wrong.
Tried to compare her to
Yeah,
why? They're totally
they
different.
was trying to say like Zendaya was like better than her because she's been in these Marvel movies. She's got Euphoria. She's got this, and that. And Kiki has had to work a little bit harder to get certain positions, and we all know why or whatever. Kiki
Right.
has
It's
proven
privilege.
herself for a long, long time. And Kiki, she's like, I'm Kiki Palmer. Like y'all can't compare me to nobody or whatever the case. But she's been doing this. She's older than this. She's been doing this a long ass time. Kiki
And they're
Palmer,
trying to say she's not as successful, but
yeah.
people don't know what goes on in the industry, and I don't understand why that's a continuous thing when it's like, let's say for instance, right, with the whole Britney Spears thing, and I always bring this up because everybody was just screaming free Britney. It was so wrong for how people treated her, but then you're gonna go and do the same thing to every fucking body else. Make it make sense by saying she's not successful. Oh, she should have been doing this, this, and that. Like, how do you think that makes her feel? You don't know what she's going through behind the scenes, why she wasn't able to get into certain doors and do certain things. And like you said, it's privilege that they have two totally different skin colors. And people can say what they want to, but that definitely is a thing in the industry.
And
Um,
I think another thing too about somebody like Kiki Palmer, um, a dark skinned woman not getting certain roles and positions or opportunities or whatever the case may be is because I feel like Kiki Palmer is without a shadow of a doubt a superb actress.
mhm.
But I think that when if you're trying to target a certain audience, I think directors and them look at it like it don't matter how great you act, I cannot not see that you're black.
Right. And I
You
can't,
know,
right. Everybody's not going to want to watch
yeah,
this.
just because like you've got the tone down packed, you've got the facial expressions down packed, you've toned it, you've toned your energy down so much, you're articulate, but you still black. Like I can just see that. Zendaya black too. She mixed, but bitch, she had the barbecue. Zendaya is black. You know what I'm saying? But I can forget that she's black. Whereas with some like KeKe and Normani and Coco Jones, like all of them, you're doing a fantastic job. You got the role down packed. You could have this, but we're scared because I can still see you're black. That shit sucks so hard.
It does, and she is one of the main reasons why I wanted to learn how to spell. Okay, didn't get too far.
Man, I ain't never not know how to spell super. What I almost said supercalifragilistic.
I was just really say
prestidigitation.
PRTI.
No, you got it wrong already.
She
got it wrong, y'all. Spell it again.
DICION.
No,
prestidigitation.
That was completely wrong.
All right, I don't got my jump rope.
prestidigitation. Prestidigitation.
Which. Anyway, okay, because I feel like you probably messed up.
No, I got it. I got it.
But let's play the audio real quick because I wanted to see this.
People have been in my
hold on.
There's some rumors going around. People have been in my comments saying KeKe's having a baby, KeKe's pregnant, and I want to set the record straight. I am.
She's so irritated. To my I am. I love the dance, and y'all, I was not trying to be a nervous, you know what, but I breastfed. So the first thing I look at when a woman is pregnant is her boobs. I'm like, the milk is coming in. It's like one of the best things, y'all. So excuse me. So I saw this, guys, y'all. So let's talk about Saweetie real quick. No, that's not Saweetie. She looks so good. Like this hair, I love this hair. This is super cute. I'm gonna keep that comment to myself because I was just gonna say somebody else had a similar-ish hairstyle, and anyway, moving along. She looks fire. And I saw that it says Saweetie shuts down rumors that she was dissing anyone on Don't Say Nothing. Let's hear this because she finna blow my mind.
Y'all little chicken heads on live talking about 2K and who you dissing and whoopty whoopty whoop. Ain't nobody dissing nobody. Now we're on Caresha, please. I told y'all, whoever's on Don't Say Nothing, whoever that messaging was towards, it wasn't towards nobody. Ain't nobody dissing them boys. So you can kill them rumors and kill that because, you know, y'all don't even know who I'm talking about. Anyway.
So is you talking about somebody or not?
My thing is this, Saweetie. What a lot of people don't like the album. I actually did like it because I felt like it was an authentic look into what's been going on with her compared to just somebody rapping about some shit that ain't true. Like, so for you to renege and be like, oh, this wasn't about nobody now, I'm just like, damn, like, you know, like, I just feel like, first of all, sweetie, talk your shit. Like, it is what it is. Talk your shit. Like, if you ain't gotta even say who's, I say it was about somebody. I ain't gonna say who it was. Y'all can speculate all you want to,
period,
or whatever. But I'm not gonna say it wasn't about nobody. It was about somebody. Like, I had a whole vision in my head about what that shit was about when I heard that song. I'm like, oh damn, like he had you in the whip and he was doing, oh shit, this nigga come. I heard the song, sweetie. I fucks with it. But don't go back and stand on your shit.
Don't go back. Just like what we talked about with Jada over the weekend. If y'all just say what you say and let that shit sit out there, people gonna they gonna find something else to be mad about later. I get it. You was getting backlash because people were saying you shouldn't have talked about Quavo after everything happened. But at the end of the day, you did it. You put it out. You talked about Lil Baby. You put it out allegedly, okay? And you should have just left it where it was. You call somebody a fraud, and you know everybody know what you're talking about, okay? Allegedly. That's just my opinion. You should have left it there. Don't go back on your word.
I was listening to, I follow Sweetie on Twitter, and Twitter is full of so much fucking toxicity. It's ridiculous. I don't like how, if you don't like Sweetie, if you don't like her music, don't fucking listen to it.
Period.
That's all there is to it. You wouldn't know how bad it is since you think it's so bad if you didn't listen to it.
My thing is how everybody's saying it's bad and talking about low sales, but everybody, like you said,
thing. Like, how the fuck is all these people talking about some? It only did this many numbers. Where you were one of those numbers. You listened to it. You said it was so bad. Like, the fuck?
I mean, in my opinion, allegedly, I don't think those was her real numbers.
I don't either.
She got some enemies. Y'all can
Sweetie,
concluding your own mind who that could possibly be. I'm not gonna put anything
if
in
you
your
ever
head.
catch wind of this, I'm gonna need you to make I think it's called Boss Bitch. That needs to be your next single, either that or
Oh, because you listened to it, right? I still didn't
I
get a
listened
chance
to
to
the
listen
whole
to
EP
it.
and I fucked with it except for track number 3. Not that I'm against the message. I just did not like it. Just was not enough time and effort put into it lyrically. Like if you're gonna talk about how powerful pussy is, you could have really went in depth and shit about like you could have spit a million and one facts about how powerful pussy is besides it being feeling good, like type shit. Like, but Boss Chick and Handle My Truth, shit and memorable. Them songs was fucking fire. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, her hair is fire. I
you said that like
really
5
fuck with it
times.
because this is just so cute. I really like her hair. She looks so beautiful. But I just feel like, yeah, it sucks when people period say something and go back on it. To me, I would have rather even just not fucked with you and you just stood on what you said
Yeah.
than you going back, especially when these things was out here dissing you.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Nigga, apologize when it's you. It's a big problem. So I feel like, just don't do that, honey. And then, the other clip, that was just her talking on Caresha Please about how she was going to be, exposing this and that. So just expose it, honey. We know who you're talking about. Okay. So then I also saw this here. Mom's Radio. I love Mob Radio. She posted that Tory Lanez was released from house arrest, guys. For those of you who don't know, we talked about it. His trial has begun. Well, they started jury selection. And so the judge, decided to release him just for trial preparation aspect, is what he said. He's doing this mainly for, I don't know what else he did it for that wasn't mainly, but mainly it was for trial preparation. Everybody is just waiting for this shit to be over. Okay, who did it? Who did what? Who said what? And then you said Kylie, a judge.
I think the lawyer or some shit was saying like that Kylie might be like a witness, a possible witness, like to testify or whatever. Like Kylie ain't testifying in no court about no motherfucking argument y'all had.
Right, y'all is not Drake. This says Tory's lawyer told the judge that Kylie Jenner and Corey Gamble are on his list of possible defense witnesses because they were present at Kylie's pool party before July 2020 shooting. The argument and everything started there. George, whatever the fuck that word is, says. What is that?
My whole thing is this. Okay, Kylie is she was at her party and she witnessed y'all arguing. So what she witnessed was that you was heated and that you possibly could have shot her ass. Like, what the fuck does that prove for you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah.
Right, like they wasn't there, they don't know.
Right, they weren't in the car afterwards. What she does know possibly is that y'all were arguing and y'all left. But it don't make you look better by saying, "Oh, we were arguing," right? Kylie? Nobody said that y'all wasn't arguing. That ain't never been a motherfucking thing.
I feel like just bringing her name up in it is just way too much.
And I'm not trying to be funny. Like, I know one Tory Lanez song. This has been the most relevant he's been his whole career.
I know too. I like the one where he's like, oh shit, I can't think of it. It's called Love. You know what I'm talking about? No. That island song.
No. The only song I know about Tory Lanez is Say It.
Oh, that I know 3 of them because I also know what's that one? I ain't been broke in a minute. Just minute. I like that song. Everyone falls in love sometimes. That y'all know what I'm talking about. He got that song too.
Yeah, even still, like I said, Tory. I hate when I see that a artist is most popping when they're in some shit like controversial. Like I've never heard this much about Tory Lanez in my fucking life, and I might have heard some other songs with him that I wouldn't know that it was him. But I still highly doubt because I don't listen to his lane of music.
Yeah.
Look, what I'm saying, I listen to a lot of women. I ain't gonna lie to you. I listen to a lot of women. I got some guys that listen to it. He's just not one of them. So I know the select few of guys that listen to, he's not in that shit. But like, it's like, damn, nigga, you everywhere except for the billboard.
I feel like this really has stained Megan Thee Stallion's career as well. Megan actually was a very promising artist, and then after the Shot Heard Around the World happened, that's what I call it, it really put a big stain on her career that I don't know if it could ever go away, even if it's shown or proven in court that she's so, like, let's say for instance it goes in her favor, because I don't know how she could be proven guilty, she's not on trial, but let's just say it goes in her favor and Tory's found guilty. I feel like a lot of people would be angry with her because a lot of people don't believe her just because of the hobo tour that she's gone on.
Tour.
Yes, her hobo press tour that she's going on, not crying and shit. So like, it's just like the way she presented herself. It was just like, yo, if you would have just stayed in the background and just let this play out in court, I think it would have been a lot better for you. But I think you're so funny. I think that I don't know, it's me. I can't concentrate like without drinking smoke. I can't. I was gonna bring my vape, but I was like, I can't concentrate. But I just think it kind of ruined her career a little bit. I don't know if she could come back from it. And Tory, like you said, I feel like he's gonna be known for this now. Both of them.
I'm gonna tell you something. I disagree, because this ain't nothing to me. There has been so many artists with way worse allegations come up with them, or way worse situations.
But they don't go on the hobo tour though like that.
Some of them have. Like, you gotta think about like what happened with Janet, the controversy behind her. She's still a fucking, that's a whole.
But her career was totally like ruined after that. Like, she was only acting in, no offense, Tyler Perry movies and things like that. Not saying, Tyler ain't, whatever he is, to me, he needs to just add some more writers to his shit because it's very terrible. That's just my opinion. And she was just like, her music wasn't as popular and people didn't really start back giving her props as they should. I mean, everyone will always give her props, but it wasn't as prominent after that situation. And Justin Timberlake deserved to get his ass kicked for that.
You know what? Why I would say that Megan will still, I almost said a word I don't put in my vocabulary no more. It's the F word. Why she was still
flourishing?
See, we're not supposed to say it.
Oh. I'm like, what?
I think she's still going to be successful. One of the things that certain people will fall off. Now, Janet, she's still very much fucking a legend. But I think your talent is still going to carry you, because Megan is talented all the way around to me. Like,
she needs a little practice switching her flows, but yes.
But even still, she's still a
I'm
fucking
not gonna
rapper.
lie. I still listen to, I still have her songs. I haven't completely crossed her out, because you know how I feel about ops, but I haven't completely crossed her out. And I think she has been smart by not playing the same game as a lot of these other girls when it comes to getting into shit with people she shouldn't be getting into shit with. She kind of left that alone.
At least what I would say with Megan when it comes to her being an op or whatever the case may be, because Megan will, in my category, kind of be an op to. She ain't no super op to me though. Like, she leaves it in the music, which is where I would prefer for it to be. You do not see Megan all over social media for the most part talking like how
a lot of these would,
or
people,
like she like, if anything, I feel like she might say something here and there, something small or whatever. But for the most part, if you hear about it, it'll probably be in a verse or something like that. I respect that, because that's what you're supposed to do.
I do too, and that's what I said, because like people, when I had made a video about it, they was like, oh, so Nikki can say something, like just for instance, I don't like just always bringing up their name, but this was the video I made about it when Nikki had came out with Super Freak Girl. Everybody was with the remix, everybody was talking about, oh, she's talking about Megan, and I had made a video about it, and there's like, oh, Megan can't defend herself because Nikki was talking about her first. I'm like, I want her to, but just do a good fucking job. When you come out with the bars, come out with the bars. Don't hit me with no lame ass bullshit 6 months later after she already came at you. So that's my thing. I respect that about Megan. That's why I said I haven't completely crossed her out. Does she do op shit? Definitely. Oh, yeah. And she's treading, with me at least, a very thin line.
And another thing too is, I'm not gonna let somebody being an op not let me enjoy the craft that they're giving if it is truly something to be, to behold or whatever the case may be. Like, I ain't gonna say no names. Like, we're gonna say Megan. I fuck with Megan regardless of her op where she ain't my motherfucking op, whatever the case may be, and she's still hard.
Right.
But some of them other people, not only are you a op, but your shit garbage. Like,
That's
so
what
now
I'm
I
saying.
can't. I'm not listening to you because you're an op. I'm not listening to you because you're an op and you're garbage. Their music is garbage. But Megan's not one of those people for me.
Yeah. No, I definitely have songs that I got on my phone that I still listen from her. So I didn't listen to her new album though.
Shout out to Traumazine.
I didn't listen
Underrated
to it.
album.
I didn't listen to it.
You should.
We'll just have to see because like I said, you know how strongly I feel
I skip
about
that
things.
song with Scratch Off, not gonna lie. Every time it come on, I skip it.
Yeah, I will never give her another fucking listen in my life. Okay.
Anytime I listen to For Tonight with Chloe,
I haven't even heard it because of that.
I
didn't even listen
Chloe
to
part
it.
and I'll fast forward the rest.
I didn't even.
I heard it one time and I was just like, first of all, her verse was like maybe 7 seconds or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, why did you even put her on there if she was gonna spit? Not even spit. If she was gonna enlist a fucking three not bars, like you could have kept her off the fucking song. I mean, I heard Chloe talk about like, oh, she was the perfect choice for her. She really added her. She didn't add shit.
Oh,
I'm sorry to say, Chloe, I love you, girl, but that was one of them things you could have did. I don't care for them
Things
7
like
seconds.
that
You
could
could have did some
be-
oohs and ahs, like for them 7 seconds, like
things like that could be career altering. I'm just
it
saying.
can. No, it really, really can.
Because I definitely didn't listen to the song, and I looked at Chloe and I said, "Look, Chloe, I'm gonna need you to quit playing." No, let me stop. People can do whatever they want.
They can, and they're
just
you know what? Real quick, I don't like that everybody is. I ain't gonna say so friendly, but you make a couple of acquaintances and have some really friendly moments with people in the industry, and all of a sudden y'all friends enough for me to let you fuck up my song. Like
Right?
no, like
honey.
off like all of these fake like industry sort of friends. It's like, oh, all of us, we gonna link up, let's do a song together. No,
I feel like they
you not
think
adding.
like that adding one dim light with another will make your light shine a bit brighter, but no, it's still just gonna be dim. Okay, I never
or
heard
it could be my bright light has now been dimmed because
by
of your fucking shadow.
You trying to take my energy, bitch. But Tasha Talks Truth says, well, Megan knew Tori was sending YouTubers information about that night, and it was lies. Tori tried to get everyone to say someone tried to rob them, and Megan got the S word, but her people was like, heck no. Hey Tasha, by the way, hey everybody who's watching, what's up y'all? Hope you guys are enjoying your night. I mean, I don't know about that. I just personally didn't hear about him sending stuff to YouTubers, but I definitely feel like the truth is gonna come out soon. I have no sides
at this point. I don't give a fuck about the truth. What was this, like 10 years ago this shit happened?
Exactly.
Her toe was good. I didn't see her twerk a million butt cheeks away. She's
I just feel like it's just unfortunate what it has done to their careers, and I feel like everybody just wants the truth to hurry up and get out already.
If anything, I feel like Megan might have took a hit, and Tori might have gained a little boost.
I really agree with you. Because,
from the men, anyways.
Yeah, no, from women too. I'm telling you, I have to agree with you.
I'm talking about all the male rappers or male like basketball players and shit that just came out of the fucking shadows and shit. Like, oh, Tori, this. I'm like, where the fuck you come from?
I just want to put Megan hurt. Did y'all hear about?
I heard she's supposed to be trying to do a retrial or some shit like that.
Bro, she gonna file an appeal. I get an appeal. Like that's definitely her, y'all. Why Amber Heard gonna file? Bro, we're done with this. Everybody in the world saw you allegedly sniffing cocaine right on the stand,
pausing with your tissue at your nose to take pictures and shit. Like, oh, I'm so sad. Get this.
Look at her face, trying to like just have this same blank face. It wasn't working. You are on tape taunting this man. Oh, what is this? Oh, like the worst. Like anybody who believed, my dog stepped on me. Anybody who believed any fucking thing that came out of your mouth is because they just wanted to. There is a time where
those are the flat earthers. They believe this shit.
Yes, there's a time where people have their opinion, and that's one thing. Like with the Tory and Megan thing, you can't really say nothing because ain't no real evidence. But when it comes to the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case, speaking from somebody who watched that shit every day, watched the whole court session live every single day, heard everything they had to say, all the evidence on both
But then
sides.
again, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if Johnny can be trusted. He got a man bun in his head right here. Look at that.
That's a ponytail.
Let me see. That's the bun.
No, it's not. That's his hair hanging down. His hair's not that long.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say that's a whole man bun.
Talk about you can't trust him. Johnny, bro, this got him. Every time I watch The Crimes of Grindelwald, I want to throw a brick through my TV because Johnny Depp would have ate that. Johnny Fontaine never gets that movie. That's what happened. Johnny Depp would have ate that shit up. And it's just sad that people anybody believe the bullshit. And clearly, Johnny had way more support. Like he gained like millions of followers. When he posted his post after the trial, it got like millions of likes, like over 17 million likes right away. Her shit got 100,000 likes. I hate how people are trying to present it like she had the same amount of support.
No,
she did not. And they keep saying like both of them won. Both of them did not win. Johnny Depp was ordered to pay her money based off of something his lawyer said. That was the only part of the lawsuit that she won. He won every single defamation claim that he filed against her. He won. And Emily D. Baker, if y'all want to go check her out, she was the lawyer who did the live commentary on this trial. She even said that was very shocking, that it was most likely that he will only win maybe one or two of the claims that he filed against her, the lawsuits that he filed against her, but he won all three because of the evidence that was presented. Anybody who want to believe this is just fucking, you want to. So, hey, I don't want to see this shit was ghetto as hell. I do not want to see this happen again. They were so ghetto up in there. All these pictures, all these phone calls coming out. It was just a mess. But everybody heard you say how you hit him. Everybody heard him say he was trying to get away from you, flee for, to stop the fighting and the safety. You call him a baby and things like that.
You don't want to fight with me, you little pussy.
Right. Like, I did not punch you with my fist closed. I hit you like that. Like, go tell everyone you're a victim. Who's going to believe you? All types of shit. I'm paraphrasing, but she laughing and, while she's getting questioned about shit, like she was just doing way too much, y'all. Okay. The fakeness, the drop a tear. Because this is another one who couldn't drop a tear, y'all.
All right, she couldn't drop a tear.
While we were talking about Megan, look, was Nikki talking about Amber Heard too? Like, Nikki, I want to know. So that's happening, y'all. She's trying to file for an appeal. What do you think about that? Nothing.
I don't think about her.
Look, don't play with Johnny. That's all I gotta say about the end of the day. You lost.
Bravo, Johnny. Bravo.
Right. Johnny Depp is that dude. Okay. Oh my God, guys. Did you hear Normani? Let me go. I think it's in my photos. Stop sharing screen. Did you guys hear Normani's gonna be in a new movie? Did you hear that?
Who hear that?
You.
I run a.
Oh, I forgot to talk about this when we talked about KeKe Palmer. We're gonna have to go back to that. I totally forgot. But look at Normani. She's gonna be in a movie called Freaky Tales.
First of all, I run a Twitter stand page for Normani, so of course I heard about it. I literally have a Twitter because of Normani. I'm just saying I'm this Normani Nation all day. But yeah, I'm happy for her. I cannot wait to see her on the big screen. Hopefully she can act,
I hope so. She is so gorgeous. Like, Normani is one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. She is absolutely stunning. And y'all, her hair is always on point.
What about Normani isn't on point?
But I'm just saying, like, her hair, whoever does her hair, like, her hair is always fire.
My thing, I had watched, who was it? I watched somebody YouTube channel they was talking about, and I've actually heard this from several different people, like on Twitter or on YouTube, talk about how they feel like she's not serious about music and she should just be a video vixen and Instagram.
Normani is way too talented for that.
Not only that, I think she's too serious. Like, that's why we don't have shit. That's how fucking serious she is. You're not getting anything from me unless it's fucking top tier. And they were saying, well, like, look at her peers, like the person they always like Chloe or whoever, like they'll do covers. They'll do, if they can't put out the music, at least they'll give us a cover. At least they'll give us some behind the scenes. First of all, y'all drag Normani for any and everything. So bitch, I'm not giving you nothing behind the scenes. Y'all gonna talk about my ankles, y'all gonna talk about this and that. Y'all gonna put up pictures of me being lynched. I feel like if anything,
they do her so
and y'all talk about how she's not like how some of her so-called peers give us covers this and that. But look at these people's numbers. Look at where these people are when they do drop some shit. Like, and is it still
they're flourishing?
Right, they're flourishing. Like they're flourishing. Are they not flourishing? They're not. They're not flourishing.
No, it's like Rello said. They're flourishing. FLOOR. You're flourishing, bitch. You really are.
And it's one of those things. It's like, okay, yeah, some of her peers are showing us this, and that, like doing all of these gimmicks and doing all of this shit to keep attention on me or whatever. Okay, but at the same time, you're still not charting high. Your music still isn't selling. You're not selling out concerts. You're not breaking out records. You're not doing the things that are going to give you longevity. You're doing things to keep you in that moment, maybe, whatever the case may be. But when it comes down to the music, when it comes down to the art of it all, it's not sustaining. The way Normani handles herself, to me, is very much, I feel like she's taking the old school route, like the way that people used to move before social media came about. And whether y'all want to accept or not, it's actually working for her. She's still breaking records. She's still selling millions of copies of her singles and shit without an album out or whatever the case may be. Why some of y'all faves are not able to do that while they're still on social media making clowns of themselves. I feel like the reason why she's not giving us a cover is because for what? Okay, yeah, I gave y'all a cover. Y'all talked about it for a little bit. It didn't make me any money. It didn't put me on no charts. It didn't get me into any space I couldn't have gotten into without me. Normani still is on red carpets. She still goes to award shows. She still would do whatever the fuck she wants to do without having to do half of the shit that some of these other people do. So it's like, why should I do that?
I feel like on top of that too, Normani gives us art. I can't stand when people say, oh, music this, music is that, nobody's really putting out nothing great. When what's that, Fair came out and it wasn't received, I'm still confused. I still listen to that song on repeat. And I'm not saying everybody has to love what I love, but I know good music. When you hear that song, that is a top 10, that is a hit. I don't understand it. And I know people were saying like, oh, she should have came out with something a bit more upbeat, but then y'all keep talking about y'all tired of the same thought shaking, this and that booty shaking music. You want something real, and she give you something real and it's not well received. It makes no sense. I have not heard a song with her in it that I didn't love. Her what is that, Waves, that's one of my favorite songs. Of course, what's the Wild Side? Shit, the song with Sam Smith, the song with Khalid, all of those songs,
like literally everything.
And she performs like at the the VMAs, wasn't that? When she performed and Chloe and them all performed, she had like one of the best performances. I was so lost. Like, what are y'all talking about? She gives you everything that you ask for in an artist, and you don't accept it, and I have to wonder why.
And some people say like, oh, she doesn't have room to move so low key. You can only do that if you're a well-established artist like Beyonce, like The Weeknd. Then you can take long breaks and shit like that. And people want to talk about artist development, like low key, high key. Like I don't know who it is, somebody in her camp, or maybe she did it, but they've released like several songs that were scrapped. Like, and I've listened to all of them, whatever the case may be. And they were cute. I like them because I like Normani, but at the same time, I'm like, I can see why they were scrapped. Because these songs, the shit, I feel like the songs that got scrapped that I'm listening to that probably would have made the album that would have came out during Motivation. I'm glad she scrapped it because that previous body of work that everybody thought should have came out was developing artist music. This isn't a developed artist music. This is a developing artist music. Okay, well, the kid still kept her buzz up. The bitch is still buzzing.
Right.
I mean,
But then y'all get mad at like Megan, for instance. Y'all will talk about Megan the Stallion, talking about, oh, she just putting any old thing out. But then you're gonna tell Normani to just go put any old thing out. But I feel like too, it also has a lot to do with her label. Y'all don't understand. Like y'all know damn well that y'all watch all these documentaries. Like if y'all watch Impressive Channel, or even if y'all watch like the actual documentaries that came out on TV, these artists tell you that they have whole albums that they just get shelved. They just get shelved. They have no control sometimes when they put out things, and then you can say, oh well, you could just go put out some things on SoundCloud, which I feel like,
I was just about to fucking say
you
that. I
know,
swear to God.
on one hand you can, but if that's not what they want to do, because they're signed to a label and they put in all this time, this effort, this money to go and make this music, then they want their music put out. But then by the time, you know, a label might be like, okay, you can finally put the album out. Well, the songs are outdated now.
Yeah.
Now I got to start all over.
So, not only that, why the fuck would I be releasing music to SoundCloud
for the free when I'm an established artist to a label?
Right. That's some like, I feel like if I was some basic regular bitch that didn't really give a fuck like that, then yeah, I'll go ahead and put some shit on SoundCloud. No, bitch, I'm the next Normani. I'm going to be as big as
Normani
can be. Like, so no, I'm not doing no. Y'all want her to move in this fucking low ass vibrational, look at me type shit. I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm not a pick me bitch. I am that bitch. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, when I release, I feel like, especially when it comes to artists like Normani, when it comes to artists like The Weeknd, Bruno Mars, you know, when they release, even if they drop a motherfucking single a year, that shit makes noise. It does numbers. It's going to do what it has to do. I feel like a real artist, even if they don't put out a full body of work, anytime I do release something, it's going to be so well orchestrated, so put together, that I don't care that I haven't released a full body of work yet. Everything that I do release is going to be fucking cherry on top, crispy, clean, perfection, and I'm happy with that. So I want a full body of work from Normani, but at the same time, take your time, get that shit right.
I feel like it's kind of a double-edged sword, because it kind of reminds me of the episode of Friends when Joey lost his role on Days of Our Lives, and he was like going to audition, and he's like, oh, I was Dr. Drake Romero. And so then they're trying to give him an extra role as a cab driver, but he like just lost all of his like furniture and shit. He finna lose his place. And he was like, I don't want to do that because I was Dr. Drake Romero. But then he ended up trying to audition for the role. He didn't even get it though. So funny. But it's like, on one hand, like, I get it. If I was Normani, I would want my stuff to come out from my label, get paid, get my, you know, my royalties and everything like that. But if I cared about music and took it, not, I don't know how to say it, because I don't think she doesn't care about music, but I would still want my stuff to be out there so people don't forget about me.
But I feel like the thing is, I haven't been forgotten about.
And she hasn't, but it's just like a lot of her fans are getting frustrated with her for not putting something out. And I'm not saying that's her fault, but I'm just saying I get where both sides is coming from.
Like I said, I am one of those fans. Like, I am very much frustrated, but at the same time, I feel like when you have a artist that you know is going to deliver, Fifth Harmony pod.
You so
but it's one of those things where it's like, I know it's going to be worth the wait.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to respect what you're doing. Like, I just feel like I have to know that you know what you're doing, and I don't know what the fuck is going on. I have no choice but to wait. I can be as frustrated as I want to, but at the same time, I'm like, when it comes, it's gonna go hard. Mm-hmm. And even if the mainstream don't, I'm gonna be happy that you put your fucking foot in that shit, and I'll enjoy it for what it is. But I'm not gonna rush no artists. We don't know what the hell it's like behind a music scene. But I appreciate a person that takes their time instead of. Me and Sabrina had talked about like how we feel like a lot of artists are releasing music and content, but presenting us with their rehearsals. Like, you're giving us your rehearsal music. Like, the singles that you put out should have been some shit that you sat on for a whole year. Like, Because if the music lasts, if it's a longevity song, even if you sat on it for a whole year, you can
You can
release
still
it too.
release it.
You can
Yeah.
release it because it's timeless and it's gonna do what it's gonna do.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these artists are releasing their music while they're going through their developing stages, and then they be like, "Why are you clowning me? You're not giving me room to improve and to find myself and shit." Which, no, you're getting room to improve and find yourself, but you're gonna get clowned because we just watched a rehearsal last performance. We just
Right.
watched we just listened to your rehearsal last song. We just listened to you. Like I said, I listened to some of those Normani tracks that came out that was leaked, that was scrapped, whatever the case may be, and I'm like, they was cute, but I can hear the pen game wasn't there. Like, I'm like, damn, these lyrics, like, I like the flow, I like her voice and stuff like that, but damn, like, you could have took some time and just like worked a little bit
Worked on
longer
that,
on this.
yeah.
Fuck that shit. Don't put that shit out.
Yeah.
I'm with you. And she said, I hear a lot of people say, like, I'm gonna leave it at this. She had so much hype. Motivation, when Motivation came out, there was supposed to be another follow-up single, and then the album. Now her hype is gone. Normani didn't even like Motivation. She said she did the label forced her to put that song out.
Because I didn't like it. It felt like like one of those songs Disney stars make to try to be like hit.
Like, I like the song because of the video.
I like
and
the video
because of Normani's voice, kind of, but the song is generic as fuck.
It is
compared to Wild Side, compared to Fair, and compared to Waves, and any other song that I feel like low key, Motivation is probably the most generic song that she has put out. And with me knowing that she hated that song, she's not gonna let the label make her do that again.
Yeah.
So fuck that.
And it sucks because even like artists like Caresha, for instance, I never knew this about Caresha, and it sucks because I love a lot of her older songs. I did not know she did not like that type of music. She did not want to sing like that. She did not want to put music out like that.
Because I was fucking with it.
Yes, I was like, hey, what was I like? It's a thing downtown.
And that lets you know how much she cares about the music then.
Yeah.
I care about the music, not because for what y'all like. I like the music that I want to make.
Yeah.
Like, y'all want me to put this shit out. If I do put it out, I'm gonna let y'all know I'm not enjoying this shit. Like with Doja Cat and Say So. She fucking over that fucking song. She don't really give a fuck about it.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj says that about, I think, Super Bass.
Yeah.
Which is like one of her biggest. She like, oh, here we go, y'all sing it. And Tasha, I seen your comment. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get back to it. But real quick, I feel like the label is really missing out, and I'll leave this here with the Normani thing, that they're really missing out on a very prominent, promising artist. And I feel like she could low-key be the queen of R&B if they let her do what she gotta do.
I don't think that they are. First of all, for the whole R&B thing, she says Normani has, damn, this is the longest topic. We're gonna finish it. The R&B, she said about how her label is trying to make her be more urban and cater to that niche. But she's like, I want to do pop. I want to do R&B. I want to do alternative.
Everything.
I want to do everything, whatever case may be. Y'all not going to force me to be in just this one bubble.
Mm-hmm.
So
I feel that.
Yeah, so I just think, and you had said that the label is missing out. I think that the only reason why Normani stuff isn't out is, one, partly because of the label, but two, because of her as well with getting it right.
Mm-hmm.
I think the label has low-key might trust Normani more than what we think. We think that the label not fuck with her because she ain't got nothing out. When really it's like the label would have something out. But Normani said, no, I don't like the shit that y'all gave me. This is what I'm going to create. As soon as it's right, I'm going to put it out. And that's what's going to keep me. And I think they know that she's so fucking raw. We're going to give you, because if the label really is fucking with her or whatever case, but they like, you know what, we trust you. It's taking you 4 years, but we like what's coming from it compared to what we had. They seen the number. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they like, you know what, we're going to give you that room because we actually do know. Like,
what you could be.
Because otherwise it'll be, put this out. Put this out. We got this song for you.
Yeah, just to make money.
No.
That is a good take. I feel like, because I'm like, damn, she could definitely be as big as Doja Cat, in my opinion, because that's how much Normani's music actually moves me, and, you know, in my being, you know what I mean? Like some things you just listen to that cool, some things actually move you. But it makes sense because Beyonce was talking about how she worked years and years on her projects. Like she don't just put shit out. So that does make sense. Like with Renaissance, I don't give a fuck what nobody say that is
some
the
of those
album.
songs from Renaissance. I had just seen this the other day. I think it was The Dream. Because he worked on a lot of the songs on Renaissance. I don't know if it was Cuff It, but it was some song from Renaissance. Beyonce has a whole archive of songs that she's then done over the years. He said, like for Renaissance, he called her and was like, she called him and was like, hey, remember that song that I did? Pull that song up from the archives or whatever like that. Like we're gonna do that song. That song, she made that song like years ago, like 4 or 5 years
That's
ago.
That's crazy.
Like or whatever the case may be. So it's like
you just never know.
You never know. Timing is everything too.
Yes, and I just want to try to get to everybody comments. So I'm gonna read what Tasha said real quick, even though this one was talking about Megan. She said, it's true, that's why she came forward and told what happened. Remember when she said, I'm trying to spare you? Well, after the story came out, she was shot 5 times from her house. No one knew. But the people that was there. Oh yeah, I mean we gonna find out, honey. When
that was
when
all
it
the
comes
comments
out. Yeah, I just wanted to get back to her comment real quick. When it come out, we shall know. I read all the other comments already. I just gotta share this other screen, y'all. Presents and share the screen. Oh, did you want to talk about this KeKe Palmer thing real quick?
What?
How people were saying like people congratulate Black women for being pregnant without being married.
Let me
pull it up real quick.
I am kind of a traditionalist. I believe in marriage. You know, I wish that we could.
Hold on, before you give your opinion, let me just go to the thing real quick so I can read it. Okay, it's up on the screen, y'all. It says,
that's a long ass fucking.
It is. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. Many will not like what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna say it anyway. When are we going to stop celebrating single motherhood and marriageless family planning? This is embarrassing. Another Black woman becomes a single mother, and the worst part is it's on TV and clapped and celebrated. Oh my God! No wonder Black women are the last married single mother. Bitch, what?
Hold on, we're gonna stop right there.
Let's pause. There's a lot of things.
Single because I'm not married. I'm single.
Period.
That's not true because let's say that this same bitch is in a relationship with somebody and she ain't pregnant or nothing like that, but they get into some altercation where he cheated on her. Were you single? If y'all not married, then he didn't. Bitch,
let's talk about it.
Bitch, he didn't cheat on you. Y'all not married. He's single, you single. So the only time is so. But if you I don't fuck with that at all. KeKe Palmer is in a serious relationship. No, they're not married or whatever case may be. That's her fucking dude. I almost said that's a nigga, but
I be doing that. I be like, wait, well,
you know what? But I don't. First of all, we live. Like I said, I'm sort of a traditionalist. I believe in marriage. I want to get married one day or whatever the case may be. Before the people that have a different perspective on that, who say, no, I'm not single. Me and my partner know that we're not single. We have a committed relationship or whatever the case may be. Can't nobody tell us different. Can't nobody define what we have. KeKe Palmer is you had to look at each circumstance to each person, each situation differently.
Yeah.
Just because you got KeKe, we don't say KeKe. Just because you got Shaquanda, that's in a relationship.
Don't do that.
No, because we got Amy.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, where the fuck Amy at? Come on, Amy.
We got Amy. That bitch is single.
Right? What's going on?
She married single. Okay.
My thing is like this, okay? I get it. I get what she's trying to say. Like, there are a lot of broken homes. And the Black community, for some fucking reason, is really known for it when that shit happens everywhere, okay? But I get that in a lot of traditions, traditionally, like with Hispanics and things like that, like you have to stay in the house until you're married. Like they don't just make you leave once you're 18. Not saying all Black families do this, but we're known for doing that. We got to kind of change that. Okay. You got to support each other. And they really be protective over their daughters. You're not finna just be sleeping around my daughter. You're finna marry my daughter. And I think like it depends also on what you believe. Not everybody believes in marriage. Not everybody wants to get married. And that's to each his own. I don't believe that we should just be creating broken homes. I don't believe that we should just be jumping into situations and getting pregnant and then, later on, y'all end up breaking up because y'all never had that foundation. It's about creating a strong foundation and creating a bond with somebody and an understanding that you are going to work on things when things get hard and things like that. I don't think is necessarily in today's age very, what do you call that? Not a requirement to be married. I would prefer to be married. I'm not saying I wouldn't, but when it comes to other people, you just don't know their situations. I don't like that she's making this a Black thing either, because the Kardashians is a line full of fucking baby mamas that are celebrated. Kylie has her second child, still not married. Okay. Khloe is about to have her second child, still not married. And this nigga just had another baby, cheating on her and all sorts of things. So to make this a Black issue is just like, why you had to do that? I don't like that. But I get what you're trying to say. Creating broken homes is not, the best thing.
I think I will put more. I wish people would be more conscious about deciding who they. I mean, because people get pregnant and impregnate people by accident. I would just hope that whoever you're dealing with is somebody who would be able to fulfill their role, whether we're together or not.
Right.
Like, because marriages are not forever. They're supposed to be, but they're not.
Like you
people
said.
get divorced all the fucking time.
Period.
So for somebody like KeKe, or whoever, choose a partner who, if you couldn't love me, not even if you couldn't love me, we could still love each other and the shit don't work out. You know what I'm saying? Love is one of those things where it's like, I love you, but I don't want to be with you sometimes. Like, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. I don't see myself being with you forever. But at the same time, have somebody who can fulfill the role as a father or as a mother, regardless if we work out or not.
Yeah.
I feel like KeKe Palmer is probably one of those people. We don't know KeKe, but we know her to a degree to where it's like, this is a wise, strong woman who I feel like she's not like a lot of people who is just fucking anybody, getting into a relationship. She values herself, she values her time, or whatever case may be. So who she gets with, you can kind of tell when a person don't value themselves. Therefore, you end up with somebody who don't value either or themselves either or anything that they're going to bring to you in the future. So therefore, you're going to have a broken home. But I do believe you can get with somebody who you initially thought you were going to be with, turn out not to be with them, y'all have a fucking baby, and they're still going to fulfill their fucking role. And if they're not capable of fulfilling their role, that can happen whether you're married or not. We know that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There's so many Black people, there's so many white people, whatever fucking race, who are in married, within a married foundation or whatever the case may be, and you're thinking to themselves like, I wish my motherfucking father wasn't here. I wish my mother wasn't here. Y'all can get a divorce for all I fucking care, because
2 Christmases.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all together, but this has been terrible for us. I would rather y'all fucking separate and one of y'all go about y'all business and just leave us the hell alone. Just because you're married don't mean that shit is going to be.
And it don't mean you always happy. Like we said, some people out here with open marriages, some people out here married but fucking hate each other, constantly fighting in front of their kids, creating, even more brokenness within their family by sticking together because they're married. Marriage is just such a big thing. Not every fucking body is desperate to get married. And I'm not saying that you should be, wanting to be like just another baby mama either. That's not what I'm saying. Establish a relationship, establish a strong foundation and an understanding. A lot of people are getting with people, and having kids with them without establishing like your parenting styles and what you want in life and like your financial ways and things like that, and that's so important to do, because then you're going to end up breaking up over money, or breaking up because like this person is parenting weird, or something like that.
And I think people need to, don't get me wrong, I definitely feel like we have to take the children into consideration.
Yeah.
But we want to talk about mental health. We want to talk about what's going on with ourselves. So if you're a parent and you are married and you have children, and this marriage is devastating you spiritually, it is devastating you mentally, but I have to stay in this because I have children. That I feel like that's a curse that we've been going through for a long time as Black people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that the grass is greener as a single parent, but at the same time, I'm not going to be one of those people that say I'm going to stay married and endure these hardships of being with this other person that's driving me to fucking
insanity, or
I don't know if we can say the sewer.
Oh no,
Unaliving.
You just say
Unaliving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so many people are. We know this personally. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna stay with nobody because I got motherfucking kids with them.
Oh, hell no.
And I'm not gonna marry you and because I want kids, or
because I want society's stamp of approval,
or because of my tradition, my religion, or whatever the case may be. If I marry you, it's because I want to, and I believe that it's gonna work, or whatever the case may be. I'm not gonna stay in that marriage for no fucking kid if that shit is not working out. We will find a fucking way. And if you can't be a part of it, then I will do that shit by myself. I really hate that women are. I get that women have most of the rights when it comes to getting the children. Most times in court, the kid is going to go to the woman unless proven that she is unfit to, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, I'm a single mother, but there were no laws or anything in place that can really make a father responsible, except for being financially responsible.
Right.
So it's like, damn, like, well, okay, women are I don't want to say plagued, but they're put in a position to where they have to be the provider for the kid. They carried it, blah blah blah. But there's nothing to make the other partner do the man do their part. And therefore you're left with having to raise the child by yourself. It's I don't know. I don't really. I'm a little tipsy, y'all.
No, you good. My only thing the last thing I wanted to say about this real quick is the fact that she said this. Now, no wonder Black women are the least married single mothers. Girl, get the fuck out of here. Goodbye and good night.
But think about this, boo. The Black women are the ones that are not married and single mothers. Back in the day, they will be married and have a husband who ain't shit, who cheating, who left for a pack of fucking cigarettes. Now it's like back. I feel like it's damn near by choice at this point that I'm single. I'm not saying be happy that I'm a single mother, but motherfucker, he gone because I ain't tolerating that shit.
Period.
He can get the fuck out of here. So, like, yeah, I'm a single mother, but I would rather be a single mother than be somebody that's dealing with whatever bullshit that this motherfucker is bringing. I do it on my own. Okay. It's unfortunate, but I do applaud to a certain degree. I ain't seen everybody doing it, but I do feel like this generation of men is trying to do better.
What you say? I do. I did.
Like I have a friend who
or I'm done.
Who has a kid. He is gay or whatever the case may be, and he had a baby with a woman, but it was like they're not together. That's his best friend. Mm-hmm. He has that baby like They
all the
take
time.
turns,
50-50.
like 50-50 type shit. Like he'll go get her for a whole semester and give her back to the mom for the next semester.
I couldn't do that.
But those shows that there are ways to do this shit without being together. We're not married. You know what I'm saying? They're not fucking married. They're making it work. I think
be responsible.
Yeah, be responsible. Make sure the kid is taught morals and values and
just put your kid before your petty bullshit.
Period. That's it. That's all. And that's the thing. That's
just put before the kid your petty bullshit.
Motherfuckers want to talk about that. Bitch, motherfuckers ain't together because of y'all pettiness.
Right, like the stuff going on with your seeing them. Y'all gotta learn. Y'all grown as fuck. Y'all be ashamed of yourself.
It's a long ass live.
Okay, that's cool. Shit, my radio. I be listening to her lives. They be about 4 hours long, and I be when it's over, I'm like, why? Keep going. But Erykah Badu, y'all, announces her new cannabis line. Okay, we'll see, but give me a discount. Okay,
Erykah,
is expensive.
Hire me to work at your dispensary so I can at least make $100,000 a year.
You gotta say it like this, Erykah. Erykah.
Look, Erykah, I can't smoke no more because of my job. I had to, but I ain't tripping though. I like smoking weed to a certain degree.
We're gonna have to do a topic on that.
We definitely
a video on that.
But I can't smoke no weed no more because of my job. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time,
bitch, shut up. And then also I wanted to mention that Jill Scott is going on tour to celebrate her 23rd anniversary of her debut album. Who is Jill Scott? I really want to know.
You're different.
Okay, so Jill Scott, I feel like, and I'm not saying this is her, but I feel like it's very sad because she said 23rd anniversary, bitch. What the fuck? I feel like it's very sad to me sometimes when artists have to go on tour. I'm not saying her, but if I'm having a 23rd anniversary or something, I'm not wanting to go on fucking tour. I want to sit at home, relax, listen to the song, and see everybody reposting it, making TikToks to it and shit. It's like it is very telling how the industry works, how they don't pay their workers.
I wouldn't say that.
I mean,
but that's assuming that she's going on tour because she needs.
No, that's why I said not to her specifically.
Okay.
But because some people just really love it. This is like what keeps them. What drives
look at this
them.
As a celebratory thing. She don't need it. She doing it because that's
And I wasn't saying her. It just made me think of the fact that a lot of artists, old as fuck, you see, you're like, why are they still going on tour? They had to replace like 3 band members by the end of the night. It's only half the fucking original band, that you first started off with 20 years ago, but they can't afford to not tour anymore. But sometimes shut up. Sometimes people also just get replaced, or shit, they old as fuck, they didn't die to this and that.
All I'm gonna say is the Jill is
I'm not saying
I love when you crack that bottle over that nigga head in that Tyler Perry movie. And
who's Jill?
Shanice, don't fucking blow me.
Okay, no.
Piss me off.
I got confused. Okay, she's the one who was with Mike, dumbass.
Yes.
Okay, Sheila.
Okay. Oh my God.
Okay.
You about to piss me
Go
off.
ahead, Sheila girl.
All I want to say to you.
Wait, what does she sing?
Shanice. Oh, you know what? She was born in
96. Look, I'm sorry. I know a lot of classic.
This is what I want to say to all my Jill Scott fans out there. This is what I want to say real quick. You're different and special. You're different and special in every way imaginable. You love me from my hair follicles to my toenails.
That's my shit.
You got me feeling like the breeze.
Boy, shut
easy
up.
And free.
Shut
up. Lovely.
She said,
right. She cold. Come on, Jill. I fucks with you.
Y'all, Rihanna was sued. I didn't even know this shit. Rihanna was sued. She settled a lawsuit, okay, for $1.2 million. Pinky to the mouth. Look, oh, she looked good too. Basically, people were complaining, and this is only for California, right? People were complaining because for the Fenty
Real quick, California. I heard that California is debating on giving Black people that live in California like $200,000 for reparations for slavery.
Bro, where the fuck is it, and why is it only in California? Get the whole pause, because Abraham Lincoln ass lived in Illinois, where all the shit took place.
Right,
when he
nigga.
signed the Emancipation Proclamation and shit. We need to be one of the first people who get some of that.
I swear to God.
Because it is crazy to me how the German people over there, okay, have paid restitution to a lot of the
Man, this is whole topics that we
Jewish
can
people.
do like on a separate podcast, because I swear, like, we can go on and
We're gonna
on
have to go
about
into
that
history
shit.
because
Like, for real.
did y'all know that America had its own Holocaust for the Asian people who were here after Pearl Harbor? But we're gonna talk about that. That's a whole nother topic.
Man, I ain't gonna say fuck that. I'm gonna say fuck that shit, but fuck that shit because I'm tired of hearing other races get so much sympathy, except for the motherfucking black people that built this fucking country.
Exactly, but I'm bringing that up because of, you know, the things that have been going on with like Kanye West and Kyrie and all those things like that. I'm just bringing that up because of that. They don't want to hear. But look, February coming up, and we finna cut the fuck up in February. Okay, we got a lot of things to talk about.
Razor blades, lemon juice, and Vaseline
right
for your ass.
We ready. But we're gonna have plenty of time to talk about that, y'all. But yeah, so basically, you know how like you subscribe to like Shoe Dazzle and stuff, where you pay a monthly subscription, it goes towards the credit, and you could buy something off of the website. It's just kind of like an automatic thing where we know we're gonna get your money, which is kind of smart. But I guess like
it's a scam. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Yeah, I guess like the site was like enrolling people without their knowledge, or like recharging them without their knowledge, and also like not really explaining things very clearly. So yeah, there was a $1.2 million lawsuit. And for me, you know, this is not going to touch her $1 billion empire. I feel like
that's a penny.
I feel like
that's
yes.
$1.02.
Exactly. Like what the hell? That's $1,000. That's $1,200 for somebody who got up to $2 billion. Like you said, that's $1.
I'm gonna say this too, though. When it comes to that, what I learned too is people got to be careful about subscriptions. Like, for instance, when my PlayStation subscription account for the PlayStation Plus, I had canceled that. I took it off of auto pay so many times on my PlayStation 5.
My
PlayStation 5. The niggas out there, they ain't got it yet.
You know, boy, it's hard to get. I still don't have mine.
But anyway, I know that I have recorded myself. I've recorded myself turning that auto pay off. No, not the subscription.
The auto pay.
The auto pay.
And they keep turning it on.
And I will get charged. I'm like, I know I turned that shit off. You want to know why? Because I didn't do it on my PlayStation 4.
Wow.
Swear to God.
But low key, that happened to me with my iPhone. I just got the new iPhone, the 14 Pro, right? And I guess I didn't cancel my subscriptions off my other phone, even though it's the same number in iCloud. Or no, it was a different iCloud, but still, shit. So I had to get back into my old iCloud and cancel those subscriptions. They was charging me twice for the same shit.
I wouldn't be surprised if they use some shit like that in this lawsuit to get away with this. Even though that's nothing, she could pay that with no fucking problem. She
already settled it.
But like I said, like it's one of those things. Was like these companies look for every loophole they fucking can. So like, yeah, I canceled it on this device or whatever, on this part. But like I said, like with the Sony PlayStation thing, I don't know if this will correlate so much, but I canceled it on my PlayStation 5. I had to literally, after like 4 months of still getting charged, I had to go. I'm like, why am I still getting charged? I went to my PlayStation 4 and seen that the icon, like, you know, like you click on something and it say yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
And on my PlayStation 4, it still was on the yes thing. So they still charging me
because
on there. You have to go, like, don't do these subscriptions on more than one fucking device.
Hell yeah. But my thing is, you know, for Rihanna, I feel like she's still growing and learning. You know, she is a very wonderful businesswoman. And I feel like, you know, this is just a little scratch on the surface, and she's going to make sure, you know, something like this doesn't happen
shit. Let
again.
me tell you something.
You finna believe.
I fucks with Rihanna. I do. But I feel like everybody that gets that level of money, I'll just be seeing shit about these.
They gotta do something.
They gotta do dirty shit. They know damn. And I get it. I really do. We trying to get out of
I
that
get
fucking
it.
hole. We trying to make sure that we got income on top of income.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, y'all, be careful who y'all supporting because it's just one of those things where it's like, what would you do for money? Don't be mad at this person for doing what they got to do for money.
Right.
Because you would do that shit too. You would say right now with your broke ass, oh no, yo holy ass, yo fucking, my morals and values and shit. Get that $1 billion. You've been vacationing on the Fiji Islands for fucking
getting Fiji water in Fiji.
In Fiji for the past 10 years. You're gonna come up with every loophole. Okay, you want to cancel? I wanted to get some Fenty shit from this last year. I'm like, oh, I'm about to log on. Damn, this shit cheap as hell. Give me this set for this underwear for $6. I went to the checkout. You have to subscribe for 49, whatever it was.
Yeah, you have to.
Mission ain't that cheap
shop
then.
on there.
Like,
but if you do subscribe, like
come on, Rihanna, come on, tell me.
You can get that many items for that much money. So it's not like you have to buy the underwear for $40. You get the underwear, you still got the credit for, let's say you wanted to add like, whatever else to the cart. All that money does go towards your product, but it's just like a guarantee that I'm going to make this money off of you pretty much. Unlike going to other boutiques where you just shop when you want to shop. On there, it's like you're shopping. It's a guarantee you're going to at least spend this much money every month.
But to me, it's still a ripoff in a way where it's like, how much shit, if especially like for the male section I've been to the Fenty store. For the male section of the Fenty store, it's not nowhere near the women's section. Like, and even still for the women's section, if I'm not trying to buy all of my fucking clothes. I'm not wearing lingerie every day. I'm not wearing that shit to work. I want some regular ass underwear or whatever the fucking case may be.
But I feel like
let me finish. Let me finish. I go buy some $6 underwear. That's all. Low key, that's all I need. I already got my $6 underwear from Walmart too. That came with 3 in the pack or whatever the case may be. I got my little cute. I want that Fenty too. Like, this is. I'm gonna try that out too. That look good. I bought my 6 pair from there. I ain't bought shit else from there. I won't plan on to the next line
come
drop.
Out. Yeah. So now you just
the end of the month come, and that $45. I didn't pay $46 because of that $6 that I paid for that underwear too.
Yeah.
That I bought earlier that month. So no, I didn't pay $6 for that fucking underwear. I paid $46 for that fucking underwear because that monthly subscription. So,
but that money should never go away, though.
What you mean?
Like,
explain.
Even if it's the next month, you still have that remaining credit balance on your account.
So, like, it's a credit of $40-something?
Right. So basically, like, you spend the $40, right? And then the next time you go on there to shop, whatever you didn't spend from that should still be credited.
Oh,
so you
like, y'all, I'm learning right now. Wait. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, like, it's a $40.
I don't know how much. It's like Audible.
How much is the subscription?
I don't know. I think it's like 30 some or 40.
So if it's 30, let's just say it's $40.
Right.
So if I only go on there that month and spend $6,
you still should have that money left. That's your money.
So I still got $34 left.
Yes, but it's just.
Boy, I might stand up, bitch. I didn't know that now. Hold on.
You're so irritating. It's just, like I said, it's just a guarantee that money
Let me tell you why it's still a ripoff. Let me still tell you why. Bitch, we get a new Fenty Savage drop every year.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then shit be sold out. You might not find shit else enough.
Oh, shit be sold out.
Not only that, but it might not be nothing else on that. I got this little. How long does that credit last?
It shouldn't. I don't think it expires.
Oh no, you had look.
You
got a motherfucking look.
You definitely do.
So I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some more research on that. It sounds good. I got this.
But
credit.
you can also pause the monthly subscriptions. It's supposed to be easy to pause. And my thing is, it's just like, if you're not the type of person to wear lingerie all the time, either pause it or it's maybe just not the site for you. For me, if I could, afford to do that shit, I would, because I love new lingerie and walking around the house looking all, And after
girl, you got 2 kids. You don't walk around no house with no lingerie on.
Look, they go to bed at a certain time.
Bro, I got
Look,
2 hours
you
to wear this
got
shit.
the robe on and shit covered up till they go to bed. Look, it's just you knowing that you have it on, or like even wearing it to work or wearing it out. Like I just like knowing that. Oh, I got this on.
Oh, you want to know? You got a plumber over your house and shit. He been over to fix your
He got on a Fenty thong. Yeah, hell yeah. the one that sold out. You the one who bought the last one. What? For sure. But I feel like I just like being naughty like that. Like show up to your house in a trench coat, my Fenty on. But I love Fenty's lingerie.
I fucks with
really
all
nice.
that shit for the most part. I've seen a lot of
Their
stuff when
makeup,
I'm like,
their skin products.
No, I'm lying. I won't fuck with everything because there's certain shit I just don't. That's just not for me. But at the same time, the stuff that I will wear, I would wear it. Like it is.
Yeah.
What it is.
Y'all, did y'all hear about this crypto stuff going on? You heard about that?
I did. Like I heard. Look, we heard allegedly.
The crypto CEOs and founders are suddenly dying.
Like within a very close time period of each other. Like that's the weird part to me. It's like, okay, he died. You know, yeah, about 10 years later. These niggas is dying every week. Like at this motherfucking point.
Every week.
And you gotta ask yourself why too. Like I kind of feel like think it's one of those things where it's like first of all, the cryptocurrency is one of those things. I want to say it's not taxed. So if it ain't taxed, who ain't getting a cut of it? And who in control of A, B, and C? No, nigga,
I heard it was like harder to trace it as well.
It's harder to trace it. I believe it's not taxed. It's one of those things where it's not a regulated. Finite. It's one of those things where it's like it's not the dollar. It's not the currency that everybody's using. It's still not one of those things that the government is saying you have to give us some of that shit because it's not stable. You can have a fucking Bitcoin that's worth $50,000 today, and then tomorrow it's worth $100 million.
And then you didn't got rich. Mm-hmm. Yo, they tried to play us all. And I think allegedly, possibly Elon Musk was in on this bullshit. Because y'all remember when Dogecoin came out, right? And when it was like a fraction of a penny, right? And it was on the low and everybody bought it. And then everybody got like a couple $1,000s and shit. Because it's like, oh shit. And then everybody was like, oh my God, Dogecoin is finna blow up. And Elon Musk, I think was it Saturday night? He went on some
that
talk
shit
show.
Went up.
No, it didn't. It didn't fucking do shit. I put some money up in Doge. And everybody was like, Elon Musk, if Elon Musk go on this show and say that Doge is the new thing, everybody's gonna invest. Everybody finna get rich. Everybody buy some Dogecoin right now. And he didn't say shit. He was like playing with people's emotions. He said something very vague. I couldn't remember what stupid shit he said, but he didn't say that Doge was the next big thing. And so everybody's dumping their money into cryptocurrency, like, you know, on the little, what's that app called? Robinhood, right? And it ain't fucking doing shit. They played us with that after Bitcoin blew up.
About that crypto shit. Mind you, crypto been going on for years now. I remember I'm an age now. And let's just say about maybe 8 years ago or some shit like that. I remember this man approached me when I worked at Denny's. Shout out to Denny's. Y'all got them good chocolate chip pancakes and that fucking Santa Fe skillet. Don't you ever get rid of it.
Ooh, that cream style corn is fire. Ew. I'm not gonna lie.
Ew. Anyways, I don't fuck with no cream style, nothing.
It is fire.
When it comes to like, I feel like low key, like they be setting niggas up, setting pole people up. You got the pandemic coming around, right? The fucking C-19 and shit. Can we say that?
You just say that. Say it like that. Yeah.
They got the C-19 coming around. The world is ending. The economy is collapsing. People getting sick. You're gonna die. Ain't no food on the shelves. Ain't no tissue. Ain't this and that. Niggas is fucking fighting for scraps. All of a sudden, this crypto thing blows up. Mm-hmm. You know, poor people is trying to find a fucking way.
Yeah.
I swear to God,
we heading towards the Great Depression.
2020, 2021. People was falling into that the crypto thing and the trading, the foreign currency, the forex shit. They knew what the fuck they was doing with the PPP loan. I ain't never seen nobody be able to get a loan so fucking easy. Some of
Never.
my friends that ain't qualified for a fucking loan in their life can't get a credit card. You can't get a put it on my tab. You can't get none of that shit. But you can get the PPP loan, get $1 million or however the fuck it, whatever the fuck it was they was getting. Niggas would get that shit. Oh, what am I gonna do with this money? Here come the fucking cryptocurrency. Here come the Forex shit. Oh, man.
Forex, where they trade our money that's in the bank. This is why banks try to get you to open CDs and long-term accounts that you can't touch, because they trade your money and make hella bread.
Try to log on to your bank account at 3 o'clock in the morning. You can't do that shit. It say under maintenance. That ain't under motherfucking maintenance. They trading your money.
My money.
They're trading your fucking money at that time.
They just don't tell you.
They took advantage of motherfuckers that was trying to make a quick coin. Not even just a quick coin. I think a lot of people
were trying to invest. A lot of people were trying to make their own businesses. A lot of people were trying to flip it, and just, for some people it worked.
Flip it in what they thought was a legal way. And it is. Yeah. But at the same time, you're not getting shit. The only people that really prosper from doing cryptocurrency, from doing Forex and shit like that, are the bankers. Y'all might not know this, but you can get like a certification to doing trading or whatever the case may be, but it's really hard to get. And once you get in it, you can't tell like any and everybody how that shit really, really fucking goes. But they give this common way of doing it, knowing that this ain't really how it's done.
Right.
There's
just to
way
set you up.
More levels to doing it. So you gotta think about it. People get this cryptocurrency, start putting their PPP fucking money into that shit, thinking I'm going to flip this, be able to make some money for my family, start a business. They took all y'all motherfucking money, and niggas got rich off that shit, and now you got motherfuckers getting killed. Like on the next topic, crypto CEOs getting killed because they're getting millions and millions of dollars from cryptocurrency. And the thing about it is the government don't have a finite way of controlling that type of currency yet. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with it. This ain't a conspiracy channel, but 3-5 motherfucking people dying within a close proximity, motherfucker drowning, the person fucking dying in they damn garage from carbon monoxide poison. He fell asleep in the car with the garage doors closed, and he died from the fumes. All these motherfucking people.
That sounds interesting to me. But you know, I do have a conspiracy theory channel.
Conspiracy, allegedly.
We could talk about it. We could do a video together on my channel too. Yeah, my first video, like Twan said, I'm like, no mind. If I don't like it, I have to redo it. I was editing it. I was like, nope, gotta redo it, because it was real late, y'all. I was so tired filming that video, so I'm gonna redo it. I promise y'all my videos coming from my personal channel. I am Noir. It's a conspiracy theory channel. But real quick, let's play this video. I want to hear what they gotta say. Play. No, I want the sound.
Give it this ad real quick.
Right? Hey,
yeah. Let me tell you something.
Oh, they not talking. What we doing? Oh, the value of cryptocurrency has fallen. Right? That's what I said. The last trillion in value. Okay, y'all read it. Dang. And I saw Bitcoin was going down. It's plummeting. That's crazy. Rather than being that was the trading y'all just saw. Oh, they say Russia made it more of a risk. Cryptocurrency. Okay, this is a lot. Y'all gonna have to go look this up, because
my whole thing about that shit too is I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, okay, it's a whole lot of people jumping on it, but every motherfucking body can't be rich. So what do we do?
Right, because if everybody can just come up off that, that's just, they're not gonna let that happen.
We're gonna make it fall, make people feel like that it's not trustworthy. They can't they're not gonna put their money into it or pour their money out, and then
it's gonna die.
We can take control of it when it's down enough.
And then
I would say to anybody,
regulate it.
First of all, we live in a digital world. The solid dollar it will probably be obsolete within the next 20, 50 years or some shit like that. If you got $50 or whatever that you got in there, leave that shit alone. Especially if it ain't shit. You know, the solid dollar is not going to be a thing for too much fucking longer. Eventually, I've heard so many stories of like people having investments in shit or something, some type of investment in some company or whatever the case may be, and that shit went down and they thought they lost all their money. They broke, they homeless, they living on the streets or whatever the case may be, and or they down and out, whatever the fuck it is. Excuse me. And you that homeless ass man 50 years from now, and come to find out you had $16 in the cryptocurrency. And when you put your $16 in, that motherfucking crypto was worth, I don't know, 16 cents.
Like
you
a
fast
fraction. It'd
forward
be like a fraction
20 years
of a
later
penny.
when you're right, you
like
fast forward 20 years later when
you
you ain't got shit. Next thing you broke as fuck, can't pay your rent. You've been living as a crackhead, whatever fucking makes sense.
I'm not a crackhead.
Whatever it is. And you come to find out, like you get a lawyer, they run it through finances, whatever the fuck it is. Oh, you invested in crypto when it was half a fraction of a fucking penny? That shit worth $50,000 now.
Mm-hmm.
Leave your little $10 in there. Don't look at that shit. They want that shit to go down.
Mm-hmm.
And you forget about it. Pull your money out. Now you ain't got shit. Leave that shit alone.
Imagine if you put in just 16. First of all, why wasn't more people put onto this shit? Because I didn't even know about Bitcoin. If I would have had, I got $1, I ain't got $1. If I would have had $1 to put in that bitch, I would have put it and got $50,000.
Quick story.
Imagine if you put 16 times $16, right? Just 16 times 50,000, bitch. You're rich.
This is a fucking true story. When I was working at Denny's back when I was in my youth.
Well,
I remember I was working at Denny's and this dude came up to me talking about Bitcoin. And I'm like, he was like, all you gotta do is put in. He was like, he was like, we got this program.
Bro, I want to smack you.
Swear to God,
I want to smack
you. Like, put in. He was like, $500, some shit like that. I'm like, bitch, I work at Denny's. I got $500 for your ass.
But if you would have just put $50, boy.
That was like 10 years ago.
Right.
I think,
and I want to smack you.
I got Bitcoin. I'm pulling my cash up right now to see what the fucking price of Bitcoin is.
I think now it's like 30 or something like, which is crazy because it was going
Let's just say it's like $30,000 or some shit like that. And I had put in my $500. I would be rich, or I would be good, or whatever the case may be. And I just remember him telling me about that. I'm like, Bitcoin, digital currency. I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, bro,
I wish anybody had told me. I wish anybody had told me about those when it was a fraction of a penny.
Don't put nothing else in that shit. If it's gonna go up, it's gonna go up. Yo, let's say that it go up somewhat, and you put in $10 and you get $100,000 later. That's some fucking money. Like, leave it alone.
How do I look?
When we talking about these people dying.
Oh, I wanted to read this real quick. News of the deaths of 2 major cryptocurrency CEOs in 1 week has fueled a spate. Okay, what is that? Of conspiratorial claims. You don't like my reading voice?
No, I don't like you trying to.
Purporting sinister links between the passing and that of their billionaires and multimillionaires. So basically, they just saying like 2 major cryptocurrency CEOs just passed away in 1 week, and it's been fueling a bunch of conspiracy theories because they were worth billions and millions of dollars, and there have been quite a few other CEOs and founders of cryptocurrency who have been dying over the years. Okay, and then you got Tien Kullander and I'm gonna butcher this, but Vyacheslav Turan, okay, who both died within the past fortnight. Okay, fortnight, I love that. Had fortunes estimated to be worth billions of dollars and are now the center of new conspiracy narratives on social media despite limited to no evidence. Here they go. They always putting this bullshit out, limited to no evidence. So we crazy, right? Everything, all these conspiracies are just false. Okay, not saying that they're all true, but some where there's smoke, okay, there was probably a fire, okay, that they either died as a result of a plot against them or other foul play. It follows only a month after millionaire cryptocurrency developer Nikolai Mushkin, who was 29 years old, drowned in Puerto Rico. That's fucking crazy. It's not funny at all. It's a serious matter. And that's crazy if they really doing this stuff, you know.
And I had a discussion with one of my friends. We was talking about conspiracy theories and shit, and like he was saying, I get them, I really do. I see both sides of the coin. But he was saying, like, some people say this is a conspiracy. But we was talking about 9/11 specifically, and about how I feel like it was an American job. Like they were in on it. He was like, oh, you can say that about anything. My whole thing is, why is it so, like, why do you think that it can't be true?
Because they make you think you're crazy. Every time there's a conspiracy theory, it's followed by crazy.
America is built on 100, 200 years from now. We want to talk about what actually really happened. Like, we found colonials coming over to motherfucking America and we built this great nation. No. You fast forward to the 21st century, and now we can actually talk about how we killed the Indians and gave them smallpox and shit like that. I won't be surprised if 100, 200 years from now it comes out that it was an inside job. Certain countries, we could talk about America because that's where we're at. We find out later on what the fucking truth was. Even modern day, we can look at like how certain prominent communities, wealthy communities, will rather teach the higher class, the white people, the YT people, that a lot of these people won't recognize what we're talking about, because when they were in school learning about the construction of America, the building of America, all they know was Christopher Columbus and what he did and how he built this mighty nation and shit like that. Whereas we know,
just stop celebrating.
You know what I'm saying? I swear to God, fucking Columbus Day. The fuck. But
indigenous people.
It's one of those things where it's like, okay, y'all, we know that our country is built on
lies, corruption, deception,
all of that shit.
Torture, mass murder. What do you call that? Genocide.
And he's talking, well, if there's so many scientists that can prove that the World Trade Center had bombs in it or whatever, not saying that this is true, but that the World Trade Center had bombs in it or some shit like that. If there's so many scientists why isn't the news talking about it?
Why would it? They control the narrative.
Who owns the news?
Idiots. I'm sorry. I get really passionate.
We can go on and on about that shit, but conspiracy theory.
You'll hear about these things on my channel.
CEOs are dying.
Yeah.
And within close proximity time periods of each other. And it's a little weird.
It's very interesting. Look at this tweet that he allegedly put out. This was one of the crypto founders, CEOs. He said the CIA and Mossad and whoever this is that's blacked out elite are running some kind of trafficking, entrapment, blackmail ring out of Puerto Rico and the Caribbean islands. They are going to frame me with a laptop planted by my ex-girlfriend, she petty, who was a spy. That word means
we just started saying she's
unalive.
Well, he Onika.
So my thing is, like, that's crazy if this is a real tweet, because he passed away in Puerto Rico, and I hope like they didn't, orchard him, before he was unalive. It's so scary. Like this type of, like, even talking about these type of things kind of creep me out and make me feel like shit, they're listening. So I don't want to say too much right now, but I'm gonna look more into this and make a more in-depth video about it on my channel. But y'all, when people be putting these things out right in front of people's face and they still want to say, oh, that's not true, that's a conspiracy theory. Okay, I'm gonna just say okay, because you just want to believe that, and hey, there's nothing else I could do or say. I'm not gonna argue with anybody and convince them of what I believe to be true. So y'all could take this, and if you believe it, you believe it. If not, hey, okay. I feel like this whole America is a conspiracy theory. Why the fuck do they got us being dumb as fuck? How come every other country is required to learn at least one other language? Why do we drive on the opposite side of the road from everybody else? Why is our, metric system, the way we do math and shit, different from everybody else uses a system? We are the only motherfuckers who don't use that system. How does that make any sense? It makes no fucking sense. The way our food is portioned, how much salt, the fact that there are things that are put in our food that are not FDA approved in many other countries, they are fucking with us. And y'all just want to sit there and be like, oh, that's a conspiracy theory. Mm-hmm. Bitch, drop a bomb. I don't give a fuck. Y'all do what y'all want.
No, don't do that.
But oh no, like drop a bomb on the soundboard. Like if I I don't have my bomb with me. I don't have my horn. My that's what I mean, not an actual bomb. But I wanted to end. Did you have anything else to say about this? Okay. I wanted to end tonight on a bit of a fun note, okay? Because that was kind of heavy and serious, guys. Yeah, that was it. We went through everything else. So this was on site. Riley is so funny for posting this. She said, if you needed to run your significant other out of a relationship, which celebrity mom would you hire to do the job?
I don't see the celebrity mom up there that I would think that should be up there.
Who?
Chris.
Oh, I think she meant like in a funny way, but you're right. You're right. But look, she got Rashida mama right here. She actually look cute right here. Okay.
I don't watch reality TV. I don't know who any of these bitches
You don't. You didn't watch I Love New York?
I did, but
Miss, what's her name? Miss
But
Patrick?
she's not the one I would choose to run me out. Like that's a regular ass.
No, I would choose Mama D. You got me fucked up. If you don't watch Love and Hip Hop, or for those of you who watch Love and Hip Hop, y'all know exactly why I would choose her. This lady is very interested, and I would definitely choose her because she would have ran me all the fuck the way out. I would have been gone. So I just thought this was funny. I want to know in the comments below which celebrity mama would you hire to run this thing out of your face? Okay, or get this girl out of your face. And then look at this. Well, you said you don't watch Love and Hip Hop, so this is not going to be that interesting to you, but I thought this was Carly Red, y'all. This is Tommy Lee from Love and Hip Hop, who don't like Carly, who says she would never want to look like her. I swear to God, I thought this was Carly Red. And it said Tommy, and everybody else looked. She said, I thought this was Carly, girl. I thought this was to slow down with the surgery. Y'all doing way too much. Okay. Love yourself. You are beautiful. You don't need it. I just feel like, look, bro, why am I messing up, y'all? I didn't even share the screen. All right, let me go to the celebrity mom back. They like, what are you talking about? I didn't even share the screen. Okay, this was the celebrity moms right here. Take a look real quick and give me your pick in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And then this is Tommy looking like Carly Red, y'all. Okay. You are beautiful. You are worth it. Stop doing this. Stop it. You don't need it. Okay. Love yourself, believe in yourself, and stand on everything that you say at the end of the day. And I hope you guys enjoyed this live. It was so fun having you here with me, Twan. We got to do this again. It was really fun. And don't forget to subscribe, y'all. I'll holla.